Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Ting, and I help you learn Chinese in a simple and practical way. Today, we're going to learn a very common Chinese word, 还是. Native speakers use this word all the time, but it actually has two different meanings. Sometimes it means a situation remains unchanged. Other times, it shows a final decision after considering different choices. Understanding these two uses will help you speak more naturally and confidently in Chinese. I'll explain everything clearly in English with simple Chinese examples. You can also turn on subtitles and choose your preferred language. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, and welcome back. We are absolutely thrilled to have you join us for today's mini grammar class. I'm your co-host, and I've got my partner in grammar right here with me.
That's right. Welcome, learners. We know that diving into a new language can kind of feel a bit overwhelming, but, that's exactly why we're here. We love breaking these concepts down into bite-sized, easy-to-understand pieces. And today, we've got a really fantastic explainer lined up for you.
So let me kick things off with a quick question. Did you know that the word háishì has two completely different superpowers?
It really does. And honestly, mastering this single word is going to unlock so much conversational potential for you. It's literally one of those words you'll hear native speakers use all the time, every single day. Let's just dive right in and see how it works.
First things first, let's figure out what kind of word we're actually dealing with. háishì is an adverb, right? And without getting too bogged down in the technical stuff, just think of an adverb as a little word that adds a special flavor to our verbs or actions. It gives us extra information about how or when something is happening. We're keeping things super light and fun today because grammar definitely doesn't have to be boring. Okay, let's jump straight into usage number 1, unchanged state.
Misses our very first superpower for háishì.
So, the absolutely crucial point here is that the adverb háishì is used to indicate that an action or a state remains unchanged. In plain terms, it means something stays exactly the same, no matter what else is happening around it. Think of the English word still. Like even though the wind is blowing, the tree is still standing. It flat out refuses to change. Let's look at a real-world example to make this crystal clear. Okay, I definitely relate to this feeling on a Tuesday. Listen to this. 虽然工作很忙，但我每天还是会找时间去锻炼身体. Although work is busy, I still find time to exercise every day. Wow, you sound pretty exhausted. But hey, look at that dedication. In this sentence, the person has a really busy job, which, usually means people stop working out. But not this guy. He still finds time to exercise. The action of exercising does not change. And this brilliantly illustrates the logic behind the grammar. Let's break it down step by step.
Right, so step 1 is setting the scene. Work is very busy. There's a lot of pressure.
And step 2 is the outcome. The habit of exercising remains absolutely unchanged. Because that state hasn't changed despite the busy work, we use háishì right before the action to show that he still exercises. Let's try a dialogue. I'll be the stressed out student.
对不起，这个题我还是不太清楚应该怎么做。
Sorry, I still don't really understand how to do this question.
And I'll be the helpful teacher. 我还以为你听明白了呢，那我再给你讲一次。
I thought you understood it. In that case, I'll explain it to you one more time. You can hear it right there in my sentence. Even after studying, my confusion remains. I still just don't get it. Comparing the before and after really locks the concept in. Before, I didn't understand the math problem. And now, you still don't understand it. The state of confusion from before has carried over to right now. It literally hasn't changed. That is the absolute perfect time to use this grammar point. All right, we love a good takeaway. Let's go over this one-sentence summary to really lock it into your memory. Ready?
When a situation or action refuses to change, use háishì.
Perfect. Just think of it as still, and you're going to do great. Now, let's completely shift gears to usage number 2, making a choice.
Yeah, let's reset our brains and see how this one word can mean something totally different.
So here, the adverb háishì is used to show the final decision after comparing and thinking. Think of it like this. You've got two options in your head. You weigh the pros and the cons of both, and after mulling it over, you pick the better one. In English, we often translate this feeling to had better or simply, let's just do this. Let's act out another scenario. Imagine we're at the mall.
我们去坐电梯吧。
Hey, let's take the elevator.
电影院在4层，还是走上去吧，锻炼锻炼身体。
The cinema is only on the 4th floor. We had better walk up to get some exercise. See how you used háishì there? I wanted the lazy route, but you thought about it and decided the stairs were for sure the better option. Exactly. Let's look at the mental process here. Step 1, I just compared taking the elevator versus the stairs.
Step 2, you thought about the fact that we need some exercise.
And step 3, my final choice was the stairs. So I say we had better walk up. I use háishì right before my final decision to announce the winning choice. Here's another really great example from everyday life. I'll play the helpful auntie. 火车站离这儿很远，我开车送你去. The train station is far. I will drive you.
不用了，谢谢阿姨，我还是自己打车去吧。
No need, thanks, auntie. I had better just take a taxi by myself. That's a very polite refusal. You had 2 options, and you announced your final choice using our target grammar word. The logic here is incredibly polite, which is so important in conversation. Option A was letting auntie drive, but, that might be a bother to her.
Right. And option B is taking a taxi, which is way more convenient and doesn't trouble anyone. So the final, considered choice is taking the taxi. HSK just perfectly captures that thoughtful decision-making process.
Okay, time for our second one-sentence summary. Let's say it together so it really sticks.
After weighing your options, announce your final choice with háishì.
Yeah, it's basically like presenting the winner of a contest between your ideas. All right, let's practice together.
Let's see if you can fill in the blanks using your brand new superpowers.
Here's the first scenario. Person A says, 我的牙 blank 中午吃的药没什么作用. My tooth blank the medicine I took at noon didn't work. Person B says, then you should go to the hospital and get it checked again later. So, think about the context here. The medicine didn't work. What is the state of the tooth? We'll give you just a few seconds to guess the missing phrase. And the answer is 我的牙还是疼. My tooth still hurts.
Great job if you got that at home. Notice how this uses meaning 1. The pain in the tooth is an unchanged state. Despite taking medicine, the hurting flat out refuses to change. So háishì shows it still hurts.
Let's try one more. Person A asks, 你想看什么节目? What program do you want to watch? Person B replies, 没什么好看的，我 blank. There's nothing good, I blank. Think about making a choice here. You look at the TV and the options are just bad. What is your final decision? Take a quick guess. And the reveal, 我还是睡觉吧. I had better go to sleep. If you guessed this, you totally nailed it. This perfectly illustrates meaning 2. You weighed the bad TV options against getting some rest, and sleep was the final winning decision. Now for our summary and preview. Let's do a really quick recap so you can walk away with some clear, categorized knowledge. So here are the 2 superpowers side by side. Number 1, an unchanged state. Something refuses to change, so you use it to mean still. And number 2, making a choice. You weigh your options and use it to announce your final decision, kind of like saying had better. Keeping these 2 buckets clear in your mind is going to make using this word an absolute breeze. Before we let you go, here's a tantalizing sneak peek at our next lesson. We're going to be looking at the adverb 马上, which is used to indicate an action will happen immediately, usually followed by 就 or 就要. It's basically like saying right away or at once.
It's a high-speed grammar point that you definitely won't want to miss. But before we go, think about your own day. What's a difficult choice you made today where you finally weighed your options and decided, 还是, I had better do this? Think of your answer, and we'll see you right back here next time.
Great job finishing today's lesson. Now you know the 2 most important uses of 还是, expressing that something remains unchanged, expressing a final choice or preference. This is a very common word in daily Chinese, and mastering it will make your conversation sound much more natural. If you'd like personalized speaking practice and feedback, you can book a trial lesson through my Preply link in the description. If this lesson helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And the next lesson, we'll learn 马上 and how Chinese speakers talk about things that are about to happen. See you next time.